Sophie, tell me about your season. Obviously, it kind of centred around European juniors in particular.
Yeah, well, so we did various domestic competitions throughout the year, and then we did some international, like EU nations and things like that. But then the main focus was the Europeans in Novi Sad in August, and that went really well, so that's good. We came at sixth, which is the best GB's ever done at a Europeans, so that was a really good result for the team.
And obviously, you were heavily involved in the big result, beating Serbia on penalties and playing in goal as well. What was that penalty shootout like?
Oh, it was really stressful. So at the end of the game, when it was 6-6, everyone was like panicking. Everyone was wondering who would take the penalties and what we were going to do. And I was just like, I was so nervous. And my coach said to me, she was like, "You can do this. It's going to be fine." And I was like, "Okay, Sue." So I went across to the other side of the pool, which is sort of where all the Serbians were. So it was a bit nerve-wracking, like swimming across to where they were situated. But it was fine, and the team did a really good job. They put away really good penalties, and yeah, we won. That's good.
As a water polo goalkeeper, how often do you prepare for saving penalties? Because they're not uncommon during matches.
No, they're not uncommon. I once had to do 4 in a game, but they weren't very successful. But I do practice them quite a lot at my home club Leeds. We do them sort of at the end of the session. Everyone gets 2 penalties, that kind of thing. But it really depends on like how. It's also a luck game rather than a skill, because if you choose a side, it's whether you've chosen the right side. You're able to read the body language correctly, and you choose wrong like times. So you just got to pick yourself up and go for the next one.
And in terms of your short and long-term goals, kind of what are your targets with water polo?
Well, next year I would like to be selected for the team to go to the World Championships in Novi Sad. No, it might be in Belgrade actually. But also the 99s Europeans, which are in Madeira. They'd be really good to go to there in September. Hoping to do equally as well there. Also, after that, I'm in year 13, so I'm going to uni next year. I'm looking at American universities. Got some really good places that I could go there. They're really, really high level water polo.
And in terms of role models in the sport, which kind of international players or former players do you look up to?
Well, ever since I was like 12 years old, I've always looked up to the Olympic goalkeeper, Rosie Morris. She's achieved a lot in her lifetime, and she's actually coached me a couple of times, which has been great as well. But I also look up to people like Ashley Johnson, Betsy Armstrong. They were the American goalkeepers in the Olympics.